I know this story well. Yeah, Union artillery shell hit the caisson during this battle. The caisson held the artillery shells and gunpowder, and a couple of Confederate soldiers pretty much got blown up to nothing. Deadly business for sure. I think 2 or 3 horses died as well. But yeah, these grounds out here, site of a couple of Civil War battles, lots of Civil War activity, and it surrounds this plantation over there. You can't quite see it, but this is a plantation, and it was built in 1831. At one time, these were cotton fields. Over 500 slaves worked them, 3,000 acres. Must have been a sight to see for sure. Find a ton of this broken glass out here. This looks like it could be a nice little piece right here. Got some blue on it. Oh yeah. When I see glass like this with a wavy edge and the blue, it's pretty old. I find a lot of this broken glass out here, and it's beautiful. There's green, pink, floral designs on it. Beautiful. I usually take these, I collect them, and since I can't really display them individually, I'll just throw them all into a mason jar and use it as a bookend. Makes for a nice little display. Got a little something, I'm not sure what it is. Ringing up in the 80 on the AT Pro. Not really sure what it is. Could be a penny. It's pretty shallow. It's only like 2 inches high. It's out of the hole, whatever it is. Not in there. Not in there. Not in there. Not in there. Where is it? Not in there. It's right here in my hand. In my hand. Still in my hand. What's that? This appears to be a brass rivet, or copper, ringing up so high. If it was brass, it would have been ringing up in between the 40s and the 60s. But yeah, that's exactly what that is. It's a copper rivet. I don't know if it's Civil War. I am on Civil War ground. There's also a lot of farming activity here, pre and post Civil War, so I don't know. You never know. I'll have to clean it up, but hey, I'll take that. It's a copper rivet. Who knows what it would have been used for? I'm happy with that. Add that to the collection. Let's keep going. Got a couple more hours left. Got a good signal somewhere in here. Whoa. Musket ball. Musket ball. It's not a 69 caliber. Don't know if it's Civil War. It's been fired. It's kind of small. It could be a piece of case shot. Sometimes a bunch of these would be loaded into like essentially a coffee can, canister, and that would be fired from a cannon, and you'd have a handful of these flying all over the place at the enemy. Could be case shot. Looks like it might be 58 caliber. I don't know, but it doesn't have the rich white patina that you would normally see. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, farmers fire these too. Who knows if it's civilian or military, but I found it on Civil War ground, so I'll take it regardless. Musket ball, let's keep going. These cane fields are getting pretty high. Can't go in there anymore, but I can go on the outskirts here. Curves around down there to a bayou. These woods are pretty thick. I found some pretty cool stuff in there. But I've got to wait till the fall or the winter time to get in there. Just dug this modern bullet. Still stuff here. By no means Civil War, not even close, but these two I usually collect my modern bullets and put them in a mason jar, and I use it as a bookend in my little display case, so it's never a loss when you find a modern bullet. There's a trail right through here, and through that trail is a bayou. Confederate soldiers defended this bayou when the Union advanced toward them. There's even some Confederate soldiers buried on the other bank, but we can't get to that. I don't have permission for it yet. But let's go through there. I usually don't get too close to water in the summertime. Got a lot of moccasins around here, so I feel pretty safe going through right here because the water is very low right now, and it's pretty open. It should be pretty open to where I can see my surroundings. Onward. I thought I'd be able to see my surroundings. They just dredged this little bayou here, and so all of this is the sediment that they just put on shore. So detecting that might be worthwhile in the wintertime. They may have dug up some things from the bottom of that bayou from a long time ago, but now is not the time. Looks pretty spooky in there. Pretty spooky. Oh, look at this fella. Got him a nice little web there. It's a little coulee running down in there. These woods are so thick, can't get into them. There are briars everywhere. God knows what else. Snakes too near a little coulee like that. Get my shovel just in case we encounter some trouble. Might be worth detecting down in here. A lot of runoff, getting down to the deep stuff. This wasn't here during the Civil War. This has been dug out and I guess to allow drainage for the crop. And there was a road going through here. There was a house just on the other side, and beyond that are more cane fields. Yeah, watch out for it. Whoa! Now that is a big sucker there. You see it? Not him. This sucker's huge. I was walking right through here. Almost went right through his web. Hey, buddy. You always got to be on the lookout. Look at that. Thing's huge. Thing's almost as big as my hand. Whew. That's why you got to watch out in the woods. Never know what's out there. That looks pretty creepy. Right through there. We're going to get in those woods come wintertime. I've been in there before, and there's some pretty creepy stuff. Button of some sort. It's brass. Toasted. Shank's gone. I don't want to rub it. I don't know what it is. Can't tell. Ooh. Who knows? Right there. Wasn't very deep. Let's see if it's out of the hole. Looks to be brass. Looks like it was bent right here. Maybe cut off right here by a plow. I'll clean that up. Looks like it would have hooked onto something. I can't really identify it, but maybe once I clean it up. I was just on my way out, and I happened to look down. Found a pretty cool surface find here. Check this out. That is awesome. What's it say? Marvin Wynn, Louisiana. Never heard of it. Beautiful wooden handle. Hasn't been out here long. A few little rust spots. But it's still sharp. I wonder if another hunter dropped it while he was out here. Man, I'm going to take that with me from now on. Get a little sheath for it. That is awesome. Could come in handy. Nice weight, nice feel, comfortable. That is awesome. Put that in the pouch. Blade down. Off at an angle. Never know what you're going to find. Knife's pretty sharp. Let's take a look at the finds. So after a couple of hours, this is what I ended up with here. Got a couple of shell casings here, not very old. Got a couple of little musket balls. I don't know if these are musket balls or pistol balls here. I'm more than likely Civil War. It very well could be case shot. I know a lot of soldiers in their diaries, they mentioned that a lot of case shot and grape shot was fired at this battle. I found an old medicine bottle just laying on top of the ground. Cork would have went right here. I don't know, probably early 1900s. Surprised it's in such good shape for being out in a plow that's been being out in a field that's been plowed over so many times. Piece of lead here, flat piece of lead that could be anything. Here's some old glass that I found. This stuff's everywhere out there. This is always pretty old stuff. What I usually do is I'll just take this, like I'll take it right now, and I'll just put it all inside of an old mason jar like this. And I'll use it as a bookend. Old modern bullets too, I'll take those and put them in an old mason jar like this. This is about 5 or 6 months of digging right here. I'm filling this one up right here. Makes a nice little conversation piece, all modern. Let's see what else. This is small. It looks like nothing, but this is actually pretty cool. This is a part of an accordion reed here. Where I'm from in Louisiana, this is the heart of Cajun country, and the accordion is a pretty important instrument in the Cajun culture. So to find this out there at where there was a couple of old home sites, it's pretty interesting to make that connection. A couple pieces of brass here. This is I think it might be a saddle strap guide. Who knows? Not really sure about that. An old copper rivet. Found a few Wheaties here. Can't tell what that one is, but these have a nice emerald green patina on them. 1925, 1930. Part of a pocket knife. This little button ended up being it says Battleship brand on it. And I believe these were manufactured in New Orleans in the early 1900s. I found this on my way out. Didn't get it on camera, but it's a clay marble. It's always cool to find that. If there was ever a Canslaw digging marathon, I think this would be the place. This stuff's everywhere out there. Just laying on the ground. It's just everywhere. So many targets. Pieces of iron. I think this is a manure spreader. This would have been linked together like a chain, and it would have spread manure out in the field. But overall, not too bad. I'm pretty happy for a couple hours out there. So that's about it. So until next time, keep swinging. Have a happy 4th of July. Might try a bite of this right here. Looks pretty good. Look at that clean cut. Oh yeah, and of course the most important surface find of the day, the Max Cutter knife. Let me wipe some of the apple juice off, but it's a pretty nice blade there. I'm going to get a sheath for that. Made by Marvin Wynn of Max Cutter Knives. Really nice blade right there. Really happy about that. So, time for a little snack. Y'all take care.